Welcome back, everybody. Now today I'm taking a look at 3 clip-type kitchen gadgets to see if they actually work. That's today's video. So you might be wondering how I came up with the idea for 3 clips in a video, but actually I just usually buy stuff randomly on Amazon, AliExpress, other places, and I throw them in a box and kind of dig through it when I need ideas. And I saw 3 of these and thought they might work together. So we'll see if that actually turns out to be the case. I've got a pot clip, a bag clip, and a plate clip. Let's first take a look at the unboxing and overview and then get right to it. Let's take a look at this pot clip here. I paid 73 cents for this on AliExpress. The claims are that it can be used on bowls, pots, pans made of stainless steel. Now this was not from Amazon, but I went and found virtually identical models on Amazon. And I look at the pros and cons there. The pros said that it keeps the drips in the pan, no more messy spoon rests. The cons, however, said the size can affect its usefulness. I did notice they're more expensive on Amazon, but you can get it much more quickly there. This is a dip clip plate holder. I paid 10 bucks for an 8-piece set. The claims are that it holds 1/3 of a cup, a dishwasher safe, food safe plastic, doesn't scratch plates, can be used for food, sauces, or even crafts. The pros on Amazon say that it's good for dips and sauces, stable and easy to clean. While the cons, most people seem to complain that they were too small and didn't fit on some plates. This is a bag clip with an included spout. I paid 11 bucks for a 4-pack of these. The claims are that it keeps food fresh, easy to pour, can be used for snacks, chips, dog food, flour, rice, cereal, or more. The people who used it, who liked it, said that it wastes less food, it's easier than regular clips, and reduces spills. Those who didn't like it said it's hard to use, too small, and difficult to open and close. There were some people on there that actually liked it, but did note that it's kind of a learning curve to use it. Basically, it has a spout here. This part has to clip, so either you're going to have to go at an angle so it's sticking above the edge of the bag, or have a really small bag. All right, first up, this is the one I bought first off AliExpress. This is the pot and pan clip that holds utensils. Now all you're supposed to do with this one is, it's just very simple. It just clips onto a pot or pan, and you're supposed to be able to put a utensil in there. That's where the handle goes, and it holds it in place. Simple enough. Let's go check it out. I think the best way to test this pot clip is to try a variety of utensils here. And I've got 4 different pans. I've got the original Granite Rock, aka Granite Stone. I've got the Pro version of the Granite Stone. Over here we've got the Hexclad, which is much thicker, and then the Always pan, which actually has a built-in spoon, but it's quite thick. So I want to see how it does with that. It's time to start clipping. So really all you have to do is just clip it on the side here anywhere. And it does have these kind of rubber feet that can help it grab onto the side. Let's try the Hexclad first. All right, well, let's see what we got here. I'm just going to try a bunch of different spoons and utensils and see what happens. All right, let me see. Oh, well, you know what? In this case, this one actually seems to work. I just put some water on here. Let's see if the water drips. Aha, we have drippage into the pan. And it's a little bit wet there, but this rubber seems to stop it. So okay, first one, pretty good. So something a little bit fatter. The problem with this is that it's kind of at an angle that I think you'd have a lot of it running down. So you kind of want it more even, I guess. But this, you'd have to kind of play with the angle, but not too bad really. How about something like this plastic spoon? Well, in this case, I think the problem is that the handle's too thin. It's just kind of sliding down. And up here, the handle's too thick. So I'm going to say no go on the plastic spoon. That's a no on that one. How about this? This works. This actually works. I'm kind of surprised about that. And this way, that kind of works too. Wow. This spatula has a bit of a fatter handle again. It does fit. You know, it does fit. It does fit in there. This might be kind of a stretch. I got this old grilling utensil. I mean, it fit. I had to squeeze it in there, but it does fit. This spoon, I guess it depends on the angle you put it in. It can work. Let me try the Always pan. This is a much thicker pan, very thick. That has no problem going on the Always pan. Very easy. Let me try their utensil and see what happens. Oh, not bad. I have to admit, I don't really use this that much because I use other utensils. So unless I'm using this particular one, I really just, this kind of goes unused. So this might be more useful to me than this. So far, so good. I mean, really, it's a pretty simple design. So we know it's going to hold all them. It's just a matter of it clips on the Always pan, and it does. The angle seems like it's actually a little bit better. The Hexclad is a little bit more angled. This is more straight up and down, so this one actually seems like it works better for it. I mean, something like a skinny spoon, you know, it might flop around a little bit, but really I think it's actually kind of working. Let me try a different pan. Granite Stone Pro Series. Let's see what we got here. No problem clipping on the sides. Now, if you can see, kind of like the Hexclad, it's more of an angle on this one than it was in the Always pan, so that could certainly play a role, I guess, in how well it works. I think some of these ones that are angled, it has more of a tendency to drip down. Yeah, I think it works. I'm gonna declare this working. Yeah, it's working. Working on this pan too. Got one more pan to go. The original Granite Stone. I like the square pan. I don't know if do you guys like the square pan or round pan? I like the square pan. It holds more. Let's see what we got. Put it more towards the top seems definitely be better. Yeah, I think it's having no problem. I think it does work. The size of your utensil is going to matter a little bit. Some of the wider ones like this really won't fit as well, but that one still kind of fits. The thickness of the handle might play a factor as well. Like, look at this, oops. Overall, I'm actually a little bit surprised it works as well as it does. All right, I'm gonna put this on here, cook some noodles and see how it holds up. Let's see what we got here. So far, so good. It's holding the spoon. This is not too hot, and it's no worse for wear so far. Keep going and see how it turns out when it's done. All right, the noodles are done. And the clip, it stayed at a good temperature. I can still touch it, so I think that it worked out. Not too bad. All right, well, I was actually kind of surprised it worked as well as it did. When I first saw it, I thought it wasn't gonna work at all. I mean, those 4 pans back there have a pretty wide variety of thickness and designs, and it seemed to work on all of them. So, you know, if you can find a good deal on this one, it's actually pretty good. Next up, let's try taking a look at these bag clips. I didn't really go over it in the unboxing how it works, but you pull this tab apart, which reveals that, and this kind of goes in the bag, and this clips around it. It's very cheap plastic. Now I was looking at the instructions, and they basically say if it's a large bag, to cut the corner off at a diagonal angle. If it's a small bag, to cut all the way across. We shall see. I've got kind of a range of different types of bags. I'm just gonna see how it works on all of them. Start off with the smallest one I have, which are some dog treats. That's right. Of course, by pulling these out, I think I'm gonna get visited by Bailey in a second now. But now they say when it's a small bag that you need to just basically cut the entire top off and do it that way. I guess you could just fold that over. All right, I'm getting there. And they did say there's a learning curve with this, so I can see why. I got it snapped. All right, I got it snapped. Now I should be able to just pour these out. Oh, very cool. And then lock and load for next time. People were saying there's kind of a long learning curve in this one, so getting it right the first time, I'm pretty happy about that. So let me try some other bags and see how they go. I've got a much bigger bag, these almonds here. Let's try those out. I should point out, I did wash all these, by the way, if anybody's wondering. I did wash them out. I worry about this clip right here because it seems like it's kind of thin. It feels kind of cheap. Let's see. I'm actually gonna try it without cutting the top off. I don't even know if I needed to do that last time. Yes, yes. Now see, obviously it has to clip, and which you can't do, so you have to go kind of at an angle. That's why they want you to cut it at an angle. But I don't want to cut this one. I want to see if I can do it without cutting. I mean, I guess that's gonna work. It'd probably be better cutting it, but I wanted to try without cutting. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right. It's holding it. Definitely holding it. This is actually going better than I thought I was going to. Let's see. I got 2 more clips, 2 more bags. For this one, the 3D Doritos. Have you guys tried these lately? They just brought them back, I think. Anyways, I'm gonna try doing their official instructions and cutting at an angle across the top like they say to do. I guess like that. That wasn't the best cut in the world, but let's see. Because their instructions do show it being cut at an angle like that. Oh, I just noticed this clip is actually, I don't know if you can see that, but it's broken. It's already broken. I almost feel like this is more difficult doing it their way. But you have to be able to close that, so that's why they want you to do an angle. All right, I guess it's not pretty. It's not pretty, but as long as it works, right? Let's see what we got here. Anybody want some Doritos? This might not be the prettiest thing in the world, but it works. We're not at a fancy restaurant, so presentation doesn't mean anything as far as a bag of chips goes, right? Someone knows there's food around. All right, and finally I got a really big box of cereal here. I got the bag of Bran Flakes. Let's see what we got. Now this bag has already been cut open. I don't know who cut this open or why, but it is already cut open, so this might be a good opportunity to try that out. All right, let's see what we got here. Just kind of place it in there like this. Yes, yes, yes. Kind of go at a slight angle so I can snap this. I don't know, this one's less impressive because I got this kind of opening back here. Let me try this again. Let me try it again. Take two. This time I'm going to try the lower end. This is kind of cut at an angle, and I'm going to try this side instead of that side. So put the spout over the edge, and then you want to close it so that you can get that closed. All right, I guess that's better. It's better, but the bag's longer than the clip, so there's no way to get all the way across. But that's kind of what they show. Let me open this up. Bowl of cereal. I'm not sure this is better for cereal. It seems like I'm having to, it's kind of a bottleneck with the cereal doesn't want to come out. And a little bit's coming out this side too. I realize when opening this, that there's no way these chips are going to come through this opening. So it has to be something small. Something like big chips, not going to work on there. Well, it does seem to work better on the small bags than the large ones, but I think overall, the spout bag clips do work. And finally, let's take a look at the plate clips. Now the plate clip is there's not much to it. It's just a piece of plastic with a little rubber holder in here. I think the rubber part is just supposed to hold it in place from slipping. Some people are saying that it didn't fit on some types of plates. I'll have to figure that out. There's not a lot to it, but it could be, it seems like a good idea. Let's check it out. Normally when you're at a party, you put your sauce on the side and you got stuff that you're kind of fumbling around. This might actually solve that problem. This might actually be a good thing. So I got a saucer here. This is kind of average thickness. That's pretty sturdy. Oh, the rubber part just came off. That's not good. All right, well, I mean, at least it goes back in there easily. Let's try another one. Much thicker plate here. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty sturdy. So I'm feeling it. How about a paper plate? Will that work? Let's see. Oh yeah. It doesn't feel quite as sturdy, but I mean, I'm feeling it. Maybe not. All right, paper plate's not quite as sturdy. Let me try that again. Maybe I pushed it beyond its limits, because you're not going to do that in a real world situation. Let's see. Just holding it, it seems totally fine. So I don't advise shaking it around on a paper plate. I've got this old kind of scratched up square plate. Let me try that one. All right, I mean, you know, it seems like it's gonna work. Let me try it with some actual food and sauce in there and see how it works. All right, so say we're at a party and I put too much stuff on my plate here. Good thing I have this dip clip. Let's try some ranch. An actual real world situation here. Commonly seen at parties and other events. Try some actual dipping. Look, I'm aggressively dipping here. It's not moving. You don't have to be dainty in your dipping. No dainty dipping there. All right, well, the first one went pretty well. Let's try another one. And something I enjoy even more than that is, how about some chips? And it holds a good amount. I mean, I'm not even overflowing it here. I'm just putting a decent amount here. Let's try it out. This time I got it on the paper plate. I'm gonna see with some some weight in there if it actually holds up. Hopefully it does, because I don't feel like cleaning this off my floor. And you can't see it on camera, Bailey's right down there begging me for chips already. She smells food. Let's try the dipping here. You know, it's a little bit more flimsy on this paper plate, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to wedge in there a little bit better. It's a little flimsy, but it's still holding it. Yeah. Oh, we have a problem here. My aggressive dipping just made it almost fall off. This plate is a little bit problematic. Let me try it on a regular plate. My aggressive dipping almost made it fall off. Stick it on this one. Just aggressively dip on this one. See, this one, very solid. Very solid. I dipped so aggressively I just broke the chip in the sauce. But that paper plate, it was all right. I would have to be a little more careful on that one. All right, so I've got one more test for the plate dip clip, and this one I'm doing some double dipping for, and I've got to leave the house to go get something special for this particular test.
Hey, I was just gonna get one of the chicken nugget meals. Good. All right, thank you.
Nothing says sauce like chicken nuggets. All right, here we go. I thought about double dipping with some McDonald's. So I'm gonna put one on each side of this plate. I've got orange for my hot mustard sauce and red for my ketchup. I think we're ready to go. McDonald's fries. That's a lot of fries. Chicken nuggets. I mean, I guess I could put the hot mustard sauce in there like that. Maybe. I guess I could just put it like that, huh? Actually, instead of just having one of these, I think this would probably hold two of them. That might be the way to go. It holds a good amount of ketchup and dipping sauce. So there we go. Look at Bailey in the background begging. So you got the hot mustard sauce. That's 2 packets in there and still room. All my nuggets and fries, and I've got, that was 4 packets of ketchup. I got a whole lot more than that. So it definitely holds quite a bit. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna enjoy my food. I got all this space for food and the dips are kind of off to the side. I kind of like this idea. I got company. Really, there's nothing like eating with an audience. And I don't mean the camera, I mean Bailey. I think I have to get Bailey a treat. But I'm gonna finish my lunch and wrap this thing up. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She never misses. Good girl. All right, this is out of the dishwasher. It looks no worse for wear. I actually took the rubber feet out because it's kind of apt to fall off. That's really the only con about these, that those tend to fall off a little bit easily, but otherwise, works pretty well. Well, that's it. I think they all worked pretty well. I think the pot clip was kind of, I think it's gonna work most of the time. The bag clip, I think, is a bit situational. It's a little bit awkward to put on there, but I do think there's some uses for it. It depends on what's in the bag and how big the bag is, how well that's gonna work. But my favorite is the dip clip. I can see lots of uses for that, especially when entertaining and you have dips and snacks sitting out. That's actually a really good idea, and I think I'm gonna keep using that one. But if you've tried any of these products, tell me what you think in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.